Hi guys, just want to show you some cheap little improvements I did on my 9125 truck over here in the Philippines, and I'm kind of having fun collecting some basically more affordable trucks than I had in the US. There I had Traxxas and Kyosho, and they're pretty expensive, but now I'm on a limited budget, retired, so I'm just having fun with these. But basically, I had seen a guy on YouTube. He gave me this idea with just some bolts in the rear bumper for wheelie bars, because otherwise it was coming up pretty high, and I think I flipped it over once. So basically, there's holes in the bumper already, and they threaded right in, and then I painted them flat black so that they look a little better. And then on the back underside of them, they're silver again on the heads because they're actually working when I'm going over rock piles and stuff, or jumping up onto the road from the ditch. They definitely help it from flipping over backwards. And then the other little thing I did was I took this little shield off of the speed control, because I figured that way we can get a little more air going through all those fins, the heat sink. And I don't have any little kids over here that are going to be touching it or anything, because it gets pretty hot after you run it, and it looks pretty cool, and it matches the shocks too. So that was one little free thing I did. And then talking about the shocks, I saw one guy on YouTube complained after a couple runs they were all squeaky and stuff, and same with me. After about the third run, they're starting to groan and creak and squeak. So all I did was flipped it over, and then the good WD-40 with the straw on it, just give a little squirt on all of them and let it soak in and kind of work the suspension, and all the squeaks went away. So something you'd probably have to do every once in a while, because WD-40 is kind of thin, but probably don't want too much thick oil on there, because it'll just, all the dust and dirt will cling to it. And then I do have oil-filled shocks coming, because I want to jack it up a little more. I kind of do more off-roading with this than I do high-speed runs. It's got the twin motors, it's got a lot of power, and I have a lot of fun with it. But I got 100 millimeter shocks on the way, 4 of them, because they'll have the adjustable threaded collars. You can jack it up a little bit in the back. I don't really need 6 of them, and they look pretty nice. They're kind of a silver chrome finish, and then it won't be quite so bouncy. It's not too bad though. I mean, you don't have to change the shocks if you don't want to, but I just want to jack it up. And then one other little thing I did was LED light underglow. They got some cheap little kids toys over here that have the LED lights and a little built-in like a watch battery, so that way I didn't have to run any wires from my battery, didn't have to make a switch or anything. So it keeps it all kind of clean and stuff. So that's what I did. And then one other thing for maintenance, it's got the air intake on each side for the motors, and spinning around in all the dirt and stuff, it gets quite a bit of buildup on it. So after every run, I got like a little nylon brush, and I get all the dirt off of there and the dirt off of there. And then I have an air compressor, so I use the little blowgun, and I kind of blow the dirt off. I don't get the truck all wet or anything, but then the body, that I wash in some soapy water, because over here my wife lets me display all my RC trucks and stuff right in the kitchen. First thing you see when you walk into this house. So her rule is I have to have them clean when I put them back. So that's what I do. I might scrub the tires a little bit with a bigger brush and some soap and water, but yeah, I just don't get the whole thing all wet. It's kind of splash proof, but yeah, there's no guarantee. Electronics and water doesn't mix very good. So that's just my little updates and upgrades so far. Real cheap, all on a budget, but works good. So I'll do some more videos when I get the oil-filled shocks and how I had to put them on, because they don't really exactly have the same factory part number. They don't make them exactly for this truck, so a couple little things will have to be done, but we'll let you know. Thank you. Right over the little one.